Peter King here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's the status in terms of where all teams are going to be for the draft? Obviously, some teams are still maybe in their team facilities. I had Sean Payton on last Wednesday, and he's like, hey, man, I just strolled into work. It's our first day here at a brewery in the Dixie Brewery in New Orleans East, and the Bensons own it, and we're kind of setting up shop here, where anybody that's that can come to work and they're healthy enough to come to work and they're not exposed because they have pre-existing conditions, they're welcome here. Everybody else has to have their temperature checked before we walk in here. Like, that's the new normal. Or is everybody just going to have to be forced to do it from home, Peter? What do you know about that right now?
Rich, I think at the end of the day, I think it's going to be one of two things. I think every team is either going to have to be at home or individually or at some location, not in the facility, but like that brewery where people, some number, 5, 6, 7, whatever the maximum the NFL will allow, be in a place where they can be distant from each other but still in the same room. Now, if you ask me my gut feeling today, I think it'll all be individuals working out of individual homes.
Really?
And then you're going to have to worry about, as Kevin Demoff of the Rams told me last week, the encryption technology of some of these video conference services, because obviously, Zoom has come under some scrutiny
Yep.
for not having the best security and encryption. So, look, there's all these issues. And, Rich, I'll tell you what's going on with the NFL right now. So today is April 6th. And April 6th is when all new coaches around the NFL are supposed to start their off-season program.
Mm-hmm.
And as of last night, the NFL had not distributed rules for the new coaches in their off-season program. And one person involved with one of these teams said, when I asked them this weekend about it, we have no idea what the rules are. And so, the NFL is like that dog that you see out in the middle of a lake who looks perfectly calm, but is paddling like a madman so that he doesn't go under. And that's what the NFL is trying to do right now with all these things that they never expected to be issues 3 weeks ago.
And I've got Sean McVay on at in hour number 2. I'll ask him exactly what he knows right now and what he's planning on. And
I'm sure he doesn't know anything about April 20, except just like the Colts, I'm sure he's planning to basically have his offensive and defensive players separately on video conferencing so that they can learn their playbook for X number of hours in the course of a week. They're discussing with the NFLPA what the rules are and all that, but it's all just right now anyway. It's sort of mayhem.
So in terms of the rules for that too, Peter King here on the Rich Eisen Show, it would be essentially what, like a certain limited of hours that a player would have to be make himself available for this sort of stuff, as opposed to no rules that you got to be on in the same way that. Are you saying there could be Zoom holdouts, contractual Zoom holdouts, Peter? Is that is that what we're headed for right now?
Hey, Rich, if we are not allowed to get out of our houses and our apartments and our homes by the end of July, man, I'll tell you one thing. I don't think we're going to have an NFL season to worry about. That's all I can say.
Well, I'm just saying,
like more than that to worry about.
No, I'm just saying though, is that I haven't signed my tender, so I'm not zooming in. I'm holding out of the Zoom meetings.
That's a really good question. And what will Dak Prescott do in Dallas, for instance?
He refuses to Zoom.
If Mike McCarthy is installing and Kellen Moore are installing the new offense over Zoom. What are they going to do? Are they not going to have their quarterback on it? I guess as of right now, they wouldn't have their quarterback on it, but I don't know.
I guess it's a different way of, paraphrasing the old Joaquin Andujar, right? If I ain't signed, I ain't zooming, that's the way it might have to be. Remember if I ain't starting, I ain't departing. Remember that old one?